I don't know if it's going. I guess it is. What's up? Welcome to the stream. No fucking around today. If anyone bullshits in this chat or in the Discord, you're out. You get one chance, and then you're banned on site. Because we're here to work and to learn, and just to actually talk about this shit. So let's go. Today it's going to be light globes with emissive blur, which means render part of the light globe out to a different texture, and then blur that and paste it back into the main image. Pretty simple. 1 hour. I've got this. What's up, Zipper? Also, this playlist has had like more than half the song stripped out of it because my account got eligible for monetization and every song is just not allowed to be played. And I don't really care about making money off this, but I do want to see how much one stream makes. If it's $1 or if it's 20, who knows? I feel like not much, but so these songs are extra stream safe. If you have no idea what the fuck is going on, let me show you what this project is. It's not even running right now. You'll notice I'm on the left, usually I'm on the right. That's because the new ammo counter is on the right. So just give it a chance to build, to run. Here we are. This is a game engine / game, mostly just game, written from scratch in OpenGL and C++. New is the counter on the left, the right. Also is this ammo in here. Yes. And this glass decals. Look at that shit. Both sides. New scene. And hit that. So yes. What's going to happen is I'm going to render actual light globe models at all these light sources. And then also, yes, do some blurring and make a pretty little glow. Because there's the specular off the light, but there's no actual light. That can't be left like that. So, also, one other change is, for today, is I'm not going to be smoking anything. And this is just tea. I feel the streams have started to descend into chaos. Let's donate super chat. Post-processing, yeah, somewhat. What's up, Lucid? But yeah, no, I'm not going to drink or smoke anything because we had a huge party last night and I am wrecked. Like, I don't want another cigarette for the rest of my life, that's how I feel. And like, also, not every stream is a party. I feel like I set some weird precedent on that Christmas stream. So today is time to relax and in solidarity for all our brothers and sisters struggling with addiction, just to take it easy. You don't always have to go ridiculously hard. What's up, Two Stroke? Anyway, so without further ado, here we go. Alright, so 1 hour, I need basically this model. I collected these files from a zip file sent from my artist. I thought it'd be cheating if I put them into the folder already, so I'm just manually going to copy them in now. There are rules to this speedrun. No cheating. And light. In fact, I need to check that this even has the right textures because that could be a problem. Uh-oh. Thank God this music is relaxing because it's nice to start off relaxed. Light. This is 3ds Max. Maybe you've seen it or heard of it. Awesome. Now I'm just going to take those textures and deal with this one later. This one here, you see, this is the part that's going to have emissive blur, which is actually, if I drag this under here, you'll see, look, that's the part we're going to blur. But I don't want a separate image, I want to put it in here, in the third channel. That'll make sense later. Whoops, textures. Man, this won't take me long. Also, I'm going to try to talk to the chat more, because last stream I just couldn't handle it. I was actually super fucking drunk, and I feel like that's a bad way to program. You look like Johnny Tapia. Bad Boys 2. Have you seen the new Bad Boys? That's a good movie. Yeah, I plan to make a full game. Will you do PBR emissive material? No, I'm just going to fake it. I'm just going to make a nice little blur of the light globe shape. It'll look cool. Add sex. I want my game to get banned in every country, but not for being sexually inappropriate. I want it to be so fucking violent and graphic. Okay. What's up, Alan? I'm glad you made the stream. No smoking is insane. Yeah, it is. What am I going to do? How am I going to relax? Okay, I'm wasting a lot of time. So, basically, the first thing to do is go to the renderer and one thing at a time. Where the fuck is this file? It's in core. No, it's in renderer. Okay. In draw scene, that's what draws the scene, obviously. Now we have to iterate over the light globes and draw the model, surely. What about here? I'm just going to write this from scratch. Light globes, bulb for light. Damn, I was hoping to not make a single typo this stream. Okay, come on. Let's steal a bit of this. Are we just called light all around? La 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 la. It's cold light. Everything's just cold light. Christmas bow. Yeah. How long can you leave your Christmas tree up after Christmas? I think they say it's 12 days. And that's probably almost now. My game is already banned in Australia. What program am I using for the quick start thing? This is just Alt Tab. Wait. Which thing? This is just Alt Tab, obviously. You're talking about this? The start menu? That's just classic shell. How long have I been coding for? I keep saying 6 years, but it could be longer. I don't really know. Something like that. Okay, so light. And of course the model matrix. That's going to be the fiddly part. So we're iterating over every light. I'm going to go backwards up here. We're drawing the light model after binding the light texture, but we need to send the position to the shader. Now I'm just going to construct a transform called transform. That seems to be my convention. Fuck, my typing skills suck. And position of this is going to equal the light's position. Uh-oh. What the hell? Come on. Position. And that's all. And a transform, I have a helper function that converts it to a map4, it's just a matrix that contains all the fucking information we need. But one thing, I want to make sure that this actually is at 0. Yeah, I want to fix something here in this model. Which is, so the light is at the light. That's kind of a dumb idea. Fuck. I guess I do want to be able to place it at the ceiling height, which means the light position itself has to be lower. Just trying to think of a good way to do this that's not going to be hard to figure out. Okay, yep, I set the ceiling height. Fuck. Okay. I set the ceiling... How would you do this? What's my WPM? I don't know. I mean, 100, I think. I got that drunk the other night, actually. We were having a type off. In 1 minute. Anyway. What I'm confused about now is, like, the model 00 origins there, which I kind of want, so the light does just start on the roof correctly. I think I'll just do that. Model position. I think. Fuck, I don't know. I'm confused about the best way to do this. Let's just go. Let's just fucking go and see what... Let's just build. This is ready for building. You could raycast to the ceiling. What happened to the songs? Yeah, I deleted all the songs because they were all copyrighted, and I just want to see if this stream makes any money. I'm not trying to get rich here, I'm just curious. How much for the game? I really want to sell it for like $5, just to cover my costs, and just to fucking stick it to every motherfucker who sells their game for too much. Alright, we got a light globe in here. It's a bit large, and they're everywhere. Okay, so straight up, we can see it spawning there. I'm going to make... Oh man, how am I going to do this? I'm just going to cheat for a bit. Yep, we're just getting the bulbs working, aren't we? I'd say that's a bit double too large. Lots of cheating, but we make do as we do. That looks about right. Export the OBJ file to the res folder. You know what? I feel ridiculously calm compared to the other streams. Models. OBJ, of course. You fool 3ds Max. Why would I ever want to convert to export to OBJ? You know what I'm trying to say. Well, let's go light 2. We don't want to. We might want to come back to that. Did I say 2? I meant 1. AAA games are mid now, anyways. I'll answer them questions. First-person shooter. Anyways, what was I doing? Loading the stat model and just seeing where we end up. This is such a hack because I'm gonna have to move the lights in the map file, which is a fucking JSON file. You work for Rockstar. AAA. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Okay, that's looking good. How high are they? Oh my god, they're just actually perfect. In fact, it's a bit too high. It could just be lowered a tiny little bit and everything is fucking gravy. There we go. Light. You know what? I could just view by details this entire time. I'd save hours if I was doing that. And that time saving begins now. Okay, rebuild. Now, I'd actually like to render these with a separate fucking pass, I think. We got that type done. Light bulb pass. Nah, that's stupid. We'll just do it at the end of this. Okay, cool. The reason I'm just like umming and ahhing right now is because I want to handle the light globes a bit differently. I want to render out to an emissive texture. That looks kind of too large, but whatever. We just have a giant globe in this room. Nah, that's huge. That's ridiculous. Fuck it. Oh, I don't know. I don't think he's trolling, he's just pretending. I love how chill the chat is, it was mental before. Okay, wicked. So, we're gonna just cop this is the size of the globes, and set up some shit. Okay, right. I want to edit this texture. Because I'm going to have a flag where if this certain flag is set, it renders out the third channel here to a separate texture. Channels are here. This isn't how I did it in my previous engine, but it makes way more sense to me to do it this way. Why are you so small? Damn you. Okay. What's this size? 2048. That's huge for a tiny fucking light globe. We're in. And that's our beautiful roughness, metallic, ambient occlusion texture. I'm just going to save that. And then... let's go. Is that it? No, it's still saving. Come on, bitch. That wasn't very nice. Come on, you lovely texture. Did we paste in? We're in. Okay, now I just need a little flag. This is all going lovely. What shader do we have right here? It takes in a shader. Is that right? Okay. Set int output emissive to true, and we need a boolean. Set bool and false afterwards. Basically, now the shader's just... What? Are you a reference, not a pointer? I mean, not a... Oh yes, that's exactly the words I meant to use. Just checking in on you guys. Okay. So now these lights are all being rendered. Now I've got to edit this shader. Well, first we need an emissive texture to draw into. The G buffer, G buffer, G buffer. I'm very scattered from last night. That's the truth of the matter. But I was thinking, and I've been thinking in general about this, you can't always just work or do certain things when you're in your best. Like, you're not always going to be in your best. For example, just say you want to write a song, and you're always waiting till you're feeling tip-top shape. You're not always going to be feeling tip-top shape, and that means you're only going to write your song like very fucking rarely. So if you force yourself to work when you're kind of just a bit tired, hungover, sad, that's better. You want to normalize working in all states. And that's what I'm doing right now. I shouldn't be streaming. I should be in bed recovering. But I do want to redeem myself from just the chaos stream of the other night. Right now I'm just setting up a texture within the G buffer to render out into, called G Emissive. It's texture attachment 6. Cool. Okay. Now, how do I do anything? I just need to... damn. I'm just thinking this through. Man, that should just be a second pass. Totally should be another pass. Oh, it's kind of stupid. I'm just thinking how the smartest way to do this. I got this. I will just render it regularly, and then if the flag is set, do what I was going to do. I think that will work. So in the geometry shader, but I need to output to the different texture here. Okay, I got this. Emissive out. It's all making sense. So I need to bind that texture. I mean, enable it for drawing. I assume that happens in the geometry pass. And here it is, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh. That's quite funny. It already is bound for that one. Wait, 0, 1, 2, 3. Huh. What is 4? 4 is the glass texture. I feel like that's unnecessary. And it is, because nothing's actually output from the shader. 3. Cool. So that means we're good to go. I hope that doesn't break anything. Oh wait, I see why I'm doing that, because that clears the fucking... that clears that texture. If you care about what I'm doing and want me to explain it better, I can. Okay, cool. So down in the geometry pass, I must also enable this one for drawing. 3, 4, 4. Good shit. Okay, draw scene. Sick. Cool. Now, let me just fire a few shots to let off some steam. Cool. Now, what's my flag called? Output emissive. If you are supposed to output the emissive, then emissive out. Fuck, I need the light color though, as well, because I want to output the light color as the color. You'll see why. Yeah. Vec 4. Otherwise, you just want to output black, because we want to add this texture in at the end, and adding black does nothing, which is what I want. Whoops. Cool. Lovely shit. Just need to set the light color, which would happen in here, I suppose. Pretty sure you call color. Okay, build. Fuck, have you guys been talking and haven't seen it because I'm on the wrong fucking thing? Sorry. By default, it always starts on, yeah, I did feel like I was quite alone there. By default, it starts on the live chat instead of, top chat. It's my 500th time writing this engine. Something unsettling about it. This is supposed to be the calm, wholesome stream where nothing goes wrong, nothing unhinged happens. It's all hinged. Anyway. Out of the level editor. So this is good, I think. Is it? I'm not sure. It'd be great to be able to see the texture that I'm drawing it out now, which I can't. But if all was going to plan, there's another texture filled with an image right now, and I'm pretty sure I can render that on screen with my... Whoops. That was a mistake. Geometry, light color. Yep, okay, so basically I want to just check that's working. I think in render frame I have a dirty little debug thing at the very end here. Yep. This just outputs a texture to the screen, which is the one I've drawn into there. The name of the game has no name. I do want to call it Unloved, but that's the name of my other project. More shaders, more immersion. I really want to be up to date with this chat, but there's a lot of stuff going on here. Okay. I wish I got notifications on screen of this chat, that would be handy. Anyway. So let's go. Uh-oh, so that's wrong. It's got the whole image down there, which is wrong. Rebuff of 3. What is in channel 3? Wait, totally wrong. It's fucking 6 I want. Sorry, color attachment 6. Draw scene. I'm not even drawing into the right fucking texture, am I? Of the G buffer. The G buffer is simply... If you hear me just throwing the word G buffer around, it's short for geometry buffer. It's just a series of textures of the same size that you render into, and then you do your lighting pass, which reads them and generates the pretty picture with all the lights on screen. Okay. So, in draw scene, I surely activate the textures needed, but I don't activate the right ones. Activate, that's not the right word. Why can't I see the shit? Okay, it must be in the geometry pass then. Fuck, here it is. No, it's in here. Yes, so not 3, we want 6. This is base color, normals, roughness, metallic, ambient inclusion, and this is the emissive. What are we doing today? We are rendering light globes with emissive blur, just like that shit. Wait, I was big that whole time, I'm sorry. That is my biggest fear. Because, yeah, you don't want to be seen just like looking at your screen. You can't really see me here properly. Oh, look at that. But I've made a crucial mistake. I don't want all of that. But that's cool, we get the red color for that. But that's not right. It's only the bulb we want. So geometry.frag. Wrong. No, right. Yes. Okay. So only if this channel, if the RMA.RGB equals 1, that means we're the globe. Otherwise, else Oh shit, what? Look, we just want that. I don't know why I always say we. This is all me. You guys. No, you guys are actually helping heaps. I love that you guys are interested in this shit. It's cool. Okay, that. That is correct. What a junky little... Ah, oh, yes, that's it. Oh, sweet, we get the cage. Okay, what programs did I use for animations? Blender, but I didn't do them. An animator called FNU X-Ray did. I was on a full speedrun last night for 6 hours, was mad. Yeah, I am on a speedrun still, I'm just chilling because, I don't know, I flicked through a bit of that stream and I was just like, fuck, that's embarrassing. Not that I was drunk or whatever, just that I was stuck on all that bullshit C++ nonsense. I vow to only slay rendering on stream from now on. Okay, so... what am I doing? I need to... oh, look at that, we got the double. The red is in there as well. Okay, oh look at that, all 3 globes. So, I need to blur that fucking image and then paste it back over. Simple. Blender donut speedrun when. Love it. Okay, so I'd like to do some ridiculous blurring of this. I'm gonna horizontal blur, vertical blur 4 times into subsequent half-size textures because I know that looks good. So I need to just steal some shaders from another project that has such a blur. I know it's cheating the speedrun. No, it's not. You're allowed to steal your own code. It's yours. Res shaders blur. These blurs need to go in here. Fuck. I'm actually really hot. This jacket is way too hot for top right now, but I just feel like a bit of an idiot just hanging out on stream with no shirt. Okay, cool. So now I need to add those shaders to this struct that just contains a billion shaders. Blur vertical. Blur horizontal. You know what I struggle to do? Roll the R on the end of a word. Blur. Blur. Can't do it. Horizontal. Blur. Blur. Wait, I'm rolling the L. Either way, that is irrelevant to the current mission. I can practice rolling my R's later. Okay, that's the bad one to copy. Where's the fucking non-compute shader? Here. This basically just loads the shader. Of course it does. And what are the names? I need to drag them in here. We've got blur frag, so they share the same fragment shader apparently. It was a while since I wrote these, so forgive me for not knowing anything about them, except that they work. Well, I know what they do. They just... wait, that's the decals. It's very simple. They just iterate from minus... so for each pixel, it just goes from -5 to +5 and just accumulates the color, takes the average. I think. Yeah, in the fragment shader, look at this. It does that thing. That thing. It's like some kernel. These numbers were generated from some website. Deal with it. Vertical. Yeah, I could use a single pass Gaussian blur, but I don't know if that's going to look good. And I know this. This method's reliable. How am I using this much RAM? I don't know. If someone wants to join this project and get $20 to solve my RAM issue, please do. Anyways, perhaps it's OBS. So, back to the blurring. I have some blur shaders providing these are spelled correctly. Can someone check these are spelled? Pause and check them. Okay. Gotta buy a new case. For your computer, good luck. I hope you get what you want. Okay, so blur this shit. Is it download more RAM? Yeah, I think I DDR4. Do I have a programming degree? No, I don't. I have a high school education. But you know what I did when I wasn't going to school? I programmed a shitload, thousands and thousands, maybe, I don't know how many hours, 10,000, 50,000? Okay, so I've got to blur something with this thing. Basically I need a shader that renders a full screen quad. I don't have one. I don't have one. Can I steal that? Yes, I'm allowed to steal that. It's, what I'm after now is I need to render a full screen quad. Like that's just a square the size of the screen with that shader. And I'm going to steal the code because I don't want to write that fucking right now. Unless I already have code. No, I have to be certain that this... Never mind, don't listen to me. Yeah, we're going from hell. And this code's ancient, so it's guaranteed to be stupid and wrong, so I'll have to fix it anyway. It's not like it's entirely for free. Look at that, it's commented out. That's the most untrustworthy code ever. I feel like it probably did work at some point though, so we'll just look at it. In the renderer, yeah, go right here. Oh wait, how about you just don't take in a shader then, and don't take in anything, and don't do any of that. Okay, so this all looks good to me. It's the quads, I mean the vertices of the quad, etc, etc. You're just missing a closing brace. Cool. Okay, I'd like to blur those bulbs now. In the render frame function, after the geometry pass, maybe after the glass, after everything. Nah, before the muzzle flashes go in. Whew. I'm gonna do it here. Bulb, blur, emissive, bulbs. Well, blur emissive bulbs. It's also, I don't know if you're measuring, where are you seeing are you talking about my temperatures or just the RAM usage? Because let me tell you, it's very fucking hot here. Okay, so this is basically going to... Oh, I need some textures to blur into, don't I? Fuck. Okay, chaos code coming up. What? Equals true. If... Run once. I'm just going to create these texture space on the GPU once at the start of the frame. In this... banishable code. The king would send me out of the kingdom if he saw this. Don't tell him. Thank God this tea's not hot because I just spilled it all over myself. Go, go, go. Okay, come on. What am I doing? I need to create texture space. I'm going to copy the gbuffer code. We basically need a static... Fuck. This is putting my brain to the test. Okay, I need to generate a fucking frame buffer. They have to be all the same size, don't they? A frame buffer holds a texture. It holds a render target. Yep. Let's just do one first. Blur buffer 0. FBO. ID. Fuck. Disgusting. What fucking type are these even? Unsigned int? That's not correct, but it does work, so we'll use that. You know what? We'll just do this. Ugly. Texture. Except these can't exist there because they need to be accessed later on. Damn it. I essentially need... This is a little cursed. Get to the top of the motherfucking file. Sorry, I just felt the need to kind of almost rap there. This beat just got me feeling it. Okay, if you encounter this thing and it equals 0, create a frame buffer and some textures. Wait, just reserve an ID for the texture. Now, we will do this. I don't know who any of you are, but if you like OpenGL, this is the OpenGL stuff that you'd be. This is why you're here. To just painfully. Whoa, wait. Only do that if you've just done that. I mean, only make them if they don't exist yet. Okay. Bind that thing you just made, or was already made, if we're not on the first frame. Damn. What size? What size? Wait, this is still creating them. Okay, the size. Well, what's the size of the screen? The render size is that. So we'll just say fuck. Int width equals that. I don't need to do this full size because it's just some stupid ass. Well, yes I do. It does matter. Okay. Basically, that's just created the texture. Is that all you have to do? And then unbind it. Cool. So, we all good? Will I make a commercial game on Steam? That's the plan. Recoup the $10,000 current I've spent on assets. And I want to spend like fucking 50,000. I'm gonna kickstart this motherfucker. Once it's a bit more, like once I've proven that it's going to be something cool. It's still quite early stages at this point. So I must blur this into a separate texture, of course, that's why we're here. What's this? What's this blocking my view? I feel like that's the old program, old engine. I can't have that there. Type words to search for. What? What program is giving me that? Oh well. I need custom loop. Have I released games? No, I just have fun making them, but I'm going hard here. This is the one to... This is my opus, my life's work. Okay. So, you've made the fucking FBO. So now bind it. And draw a full screen quad. Draw a full screen quad. Wait, bind the shader. Bind the shader. Which should we do first? How about horizontal? Blur horizontal dot use. Yep. What does it take in? Surely some information. It wants the target width. Well, I don't mind giving you that. Whoops. Set float or int. Who cares? Who knows? What does it want? Float. And the target width is width, but we don't know that yet. Width 0. Because as I said, I'm going to do this a lot of times into smaller and smaller textures. That's the text. The name of the uniform. Okay, what else do you want? Just that, by the looks of it. And this takes nothing. It just takes an image. Okay. UGL 1.5? What is this ancient code? I don't need to spend 50k. I know, but you see these weapons are like fucking $500 each. That's just for the model, and the animations are 500, so I'm $1,000 a weapon. And all the assets I got for the bathroom were $2,000. If you've seen the other project, which has a toilet and a mirror and a heater and some other dumb shit, I could find shit off the internet. Like this couch was $10, and this ammo box was 12. Whoops, it's gone. So some stuff is cheap. I don't want to tell you how much this lamp cost. It was very expensive. It cost more than the weapons. what I do is just give Carlos my reference images and I just let him go for it. He takes as long as he wants. Some shit's cheap, some shit's expensive. And I just work my programming job and spend all the money on this shit. Yep, that's right. I'm not fucking around. I'm spending the big bucks like a AAA studio for no reason. No reason. But you know what? I get exactly what I want. I'm like, Goo, can you change that? Can you add this? I'm just having fun. I know it's a huge waste of money, but I've got 3 more bullets. One's gotta go through the glass. Oh, look at that. Okay, so how did I draw the guns and other animations? Yep, there's someone else answer this question. Okay, I'm on the clock. Okay, that's right. I'm making this appropriate syntax. So because I can't use my, yeah. Don't listen to me. Just blur. The fragment shader does the blurring. Yep. It will just be called image, and that needs to be a higher version of OpenGL. That'll do. Cool. What the hell are those called? Okay, good. I just have to bind now the image I want to blur, which is, how does one do such a thing? I know how to do it. Steal the code from somewhere that does something similar, like right here. So bind the thing you want to draw into, which is this frame buffer texture. And the texture we want to sample is the G-buffer's emissive texture. Right? Right? What the hell is my G-buffer called? Uh-oh. Wait, that's not why. Why can't I access it? What is it called? Oh, every player has their own G-buffer. Okay, fine. So, of course, because this is a split-screen adventure. Look, I'm just going to do the right thing and make this a function within the renderer header. Otherwise, weird shit is going to bound to happen. Well, you know what? Nothing else is, so fine. I can just forward declare it. Like I do with all this other mess. Which means it is also no longer part of that namespace. Stick to your own rules. If you want to learn this shit, Hades or Hades, join the Discord and talk to people in there. I'll talk to you in there, but it's just too long a question to answer right now. Damn, I don't know if I'm gonna get this in 20 minutes. So, each player has... Okay, fuck. That's right, I gotta pull this shit out of fucking some random shit like this. What the hell is the player index? From the player point, I get the player index because they're just in a vector. Do a bunch of shit, get the G-buffer. Each player has their own G-buffer, which contains their own render targets. Now I want the emissive texture. Cool, got all that shit. We're ready to draw, we're drawing, so now I just want to see that on screen, I think. Which is... God damn it. Render frame right here. Now I'm just putting it in my debug thing. Rebuffer. Uh-oh. Wait, no. Okay, we want to read from thing. That's it. What this chunk of code does right here is just literally blitz one texture onto the screen. And it's in that attachment. Yeah, you can definitely use Rust. You can use Java if you use the lightweight Java game library or some shit. It's Bolivia. Oh, that's sick. M's still a mod. If my boy is in there and wants mod status, sing out. Well, that's why. Forgot to pass the player. That's cool, sorry, I think everything's centered around me. Ooh, forgot the semicolon. Alright, this speedrun's gonna be failed because I like to do this properly, which will take at least, I think, 45 minutes. Given how tedious and weird this fiddly shit has been. Country Mac, welcome. Second time around. Now look what's in the bottom left. I think the wrong texture. And something's up. We have some error of some kind. But you know why that Polyphia song is allowed to be played? Because it's an 8-bit recreation. Which tricks the YouTube algorithm. Some of the songs got flagged because they contained the melody of another song. Isn't that fucking ludicrous? I could even hum the wrong thing and get this video taken down. Look, why are you saying that you don't exist? Because you do. So, that's rendering the wrong thing. Wait, I'm looking at this error. Perhaps this is never created. Yep, I know that was ugly language, and I'm just going to return here. Because I need a quick answer if that runs, which it surely does. So use your eyes and figure out what's wrong here. Because either I'm not drawing the texture like I think I am. I should use RenderDoc really to solve this quicker. It was graded. Yep, I'm going RenderDoc. I can't just guess this shit. If those of you are you, if you are you, and you don't know what RenderDoc is, listen up. RenderDoc is a program, I think made by one dude, and it just lets you capture a frame with your graphics application, and you can analyze every draw call, and that's what I need to do right now because I don't know what the fuck is happening. Despite writing perfect code, I'm sure. It must be a driver issue. So, RenderDoc is here. Okay, 3ds Max, everyone die. Photoshop. 3ds Max, yes, see you later. Unloved is the name of the project. I mean, at least the exe file. Don't think that's what the game's called. This is the working folder. Launch it. What the hell is going on over here? This is the RenderDoc version of the program. Now I'll capture a frame with print screen. What the hell is making that text thing? Type words. I can't just have that like that. That's got to be annoying you guys as well. I feel like my chat's broken. I can't scroll. Yes, I can. God damn it, I'm missing heaps of shit. Everything is broken. I don't know what to do here. Close that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now I have no chat. View the chat. It's right. Okay, we're back. Sorry. Why am I working on a timer? The thrill. But I'm going to fail. But I'm going to give myself another hour because I am just chilling tonight. I'm not going too crazy. Apparently I have to be smoking to be working that frantically. Okay, so here's the frame we've captured. I need to figure out which draw call is what. What the fuck? Why is everything so slow? Yeah, okay, so this looks like shadow maps. It is. We don't want that. How does the frame go? Shadow maps are rendered, then the geometry pass, which, okay, I'm gonna find this part. Yeah. And I can do that by basically looking for the, well no, there's nothing good to search here, damn it. Well, there it is, just by total chance I clicked on the right thing. No resource. That means the shader isn't even bound at the time. Look at that. I call this, and it's not bound. Which is probably written in the console if I actually looked at the console. Before all those fucking errors. I hate that text thing there. What the fuck is wrong with that thing? I want to just close Visual Studio. I feel like that's making that text. Hi buddy. Your chan is blowing up, mate. I know, it's pretty fucking crazy that this is happening. I mean, that YouTube pushed this. Because I think I've told the story before. I was streaming to no one, to like 2 people, and then it just out of nowhere, thousands of people came in. And I did that Christmas stream that got ridiculous view count, and then all the fucking trolls and idiot children came in. Any segfaults in the chat. But I think what's happening is 2 things. YouTube is really trying to compete with Twitch, so it's pushing random ass streams like mine. And maybe people just are so used to the green screen nonsense that they find this terrible webcam and me acting like a fucking idiot somewhat entertaining. I don't know. Something, the algorithm picked up on something. Okay, so what am I looking for? I'm just trying to figure out why that shader never is bound. Did you guys check the names correctly? Blur horizontal. That's correct. Oh, look at that! They're both blur vertical. Blur. What an embarrassing moment, but a pivotal one nonetheless. What do we got here? I've also got to remember to put this screen in the corner so you can see the ammo counter, because otherwise my face is blocking it, and it's the most important thing. I think that's blurred. I don't really know. By golly, it is. It's blurred. Cool. Blur, blur. Now I would like to perform the vertical blur. Do I just... how is this done? Can I just blur... what will happen if I just do the vertical? If I blur the vertical and target height, I guess. What could go wrong here? I guess fucking nothing. But I need to read from the same texture. Yes, this is bad. I got a ping pong here, I think. Because you can't read and write from the same texture. Which means I need a second fucking texture here. This is confusing. Alright, let's actually do something crazy and make a blur buffer struct, because this is getting out of hand. We need a width, we need a height, we need a FBO ID. That can be called FBO. We'll call it handle. FBO handle. FBO. And we need 2 textures. Texture A, texture B. I don't know why I'm zeroing out these values, I just am. And these have to be GLU int, really. That's the correct thing to do for all of these things. We all good and happy in the chat? This is my convention I've adopted. Whoa, wait. Okay, I got this. We're gonna have a STD vector of blur buffers, because I want to blur a lot of these fucking little cunts, you know? Blur buffers. What I'm doing now is making a fucking container for this thing. I need to wrap all these textures in something I can access in a non-insane way. 7-minute timer. Yeah, I'm not going to make it. I'm so sorry. I'm going to add an hour. If you guys don't mind watching me program, I'm going to do it for another hour and get this looking mint. Or I could just put that on there and no, that I can't even fake this. I could make a Gaussian blur and just paste it on in 6 minutes. Oh, should I? Should I just cheat the speed run? Because I can Gaussian blur that very quickly. No, forget it. Forget the speed run. It's just a little casual whip. Do you want to become a content creator? No, I don't. I actually almost want to quit streaming entirely. After like just getting weird comments now. I can handle hate. I've been in a band and toured heaps, and there's always fuckwits who just give you shit. If you put yourself in the public eye, you're gonna get harassed by the fucking idiots. People who are indifferent shut the fuck up because they don't care. So all you hear is the fucking from the lovers and the haters. And the lovers just say nice shit, and the haters are fucking annoying. And there were no haters on my programming in my programming life until now. And that's kind of annoying. I'm here to work and not deal with fuckwits. And they're here. You know who you are. You're in the chat, you're in the Discord, you're in the comments. Continue. Yeah, I'll keep doing it for a bit. I just, like, it's messing with my head a little bit. Okay, so what am I doing? I need to blur some shit. And I need to ping pong. Because the problem is you can't read and write into the same texture, so I've got to set up some fucking maze of render targets. That's right. If the render target has no size, so if there aren't any, I mean if there's no blur buffers yet, start to make them please. Okay. I'm just gonna push back one of these. I've got this terrible thing I love doing, which is just get a reference to, a blur buffer. I love getting a reference to something from doing an in place back. I've never seen it done before, but it's nice. I think it's clean. Like what I'm ranting about now is you can insert. So this is the STD vector, which is just an array. You can in place back with just an empty one of those and get a reference to it. Otherwise, you've got to look it up based on like its index. Okay. FBO and texture A. Why I'm doing this, there's going to be 4 blur buffers, each getting half sizes, they go smaller. And each needs 2 textures because you can't read and write from one to the other. I hope I've explained that clearly. Width. I could probably type these words faster than I can paste them. Obviously not. And these things are going to just have to go. I'm scared these songs are going to copyright strike me, but that's fine. One day I'm going to fucking play some guitar. I don't want to do it today, but when the housemates aren't here, I'd love to do like a piano set, actually. That would be way more fun. Okay, so blur buffer, bind the blur buffer FBO. Don't fucking fuck around. Bind the texture A. Whoops. Texture A. That's all lovely shit. Now we want texture B. This is just creating the render targets. Sorry, this is how OpenGL is done. You gotta do everything yourself. So this is just making one. Nice. So now I'd like to bind So in this code block is the code that creates the render target. Now we're at the drawing part. Blur buffers 0. That's the one we just made. Yes, it's in a vector. It'll make sense why soon. And what do we want here? This is the width of the... I don't know if this is the width of the original image or the... Either way, they're the same size at this point. Sorry, the songs kind of suck. Yeah, sorry the songs aren't as cool. I just had to rip all the good ones out. I'm doing a little test. Piano tutorials. Just checking up on the chat. Can you explain a bit more for beginners what you do? Do you mean what I do for a living, or what I do when the curtains are closed, or what I'm doing here? Okay, quick recap. The aim of today's stream is to render light bulbs with emissive blur. See this shit? Not quite that line. That's the shitty webcam, but in my eyes I see a blur there. And that's what I want to render. So first thing I had to do was render out this. See the bottom left? That's just the light globe. And I'm going to blur that image, blur it, and then overlay it here. So there'll be a nice glow around there. And that will look cool. Don't be confused about this light, that's just a specular highlight up the window. But yeah, that's the goal. To blur this image in the bottom left and put it back in the main image. And by blurring it, and then downscaling and blurring and downscaling and blurring and downscaling and blurring, we're going to get a really nice and cheap blur effect. I feel like I could just Gaussian blur it, but it's going to look like shit. Gaussian blur is like a cheap fast blur that looks like crap. I'm doing it for the glass. But anyway, I'm trusting my gut on this one. Why the lamp itself is shaking though? Which lamp? Ah, that's because there's just a subtle breathe, like a head bob. If I just stay still. Uh-oh! Looks like we're not gonna make it. I'm sorry. We're fucking up. Alright, so let's go again. We failed the speedrun, all of us, collectively. You could have helped me get there quicker, but you didn't, so that's on you. Prepare. I can get this in an hour. If I can't, I'm going to quit programming for life. So, what was I doing? I need to blur this image. Damn that thing. What's asking me that search thing? What program could possibly be doing that? Is it rendered up? No. Is it Windows? Is it this instance of Visual Studio? It was. We're good. Okay, so I have no ammo left in the AK. How tragic. None left in the mag, but I do have this Glock and I do have bullets I can collect. Okay. Explain more for beginners the code. Okay, for sure. It's just setting up render targets is just some gross, tedious shit, and you just have to accept that, I guess. Like, I can't explain all those lines. I'll try. So, I've forgotten what I've done. Blur buffers. Essentially, all I'm doing is allocating space on the GPU, like texture space, to draw into. And it's just a really roundabout way you have to do it in OpenGL. I'm 36. I turned 36 last week. Now, I just look 36. I mean, I just look 25 because this camera hides all my fucking wrinkles. Look at those bags under my eyes. And I have the haircut of a 16-year-old skate rat because I am one. Okay, stay on task. So, Have I done a recent build? Wait, no, this is what's going on. Let me just check that all that still works and that we can blur into this new... I just did a bit of refactoring and now I need to test that that works. This cup of tea is so large that it's cold. You can't possibly finish it. What skate tricks am I working on? Kickflip back tails, that's the last thing I was doing. Didn't land any, but locked into a few. Cosplaying Russell Brand. I hate the Russell Brand comparison. But I don't mind that dude. I know he's basically cancelled, but like I think he's very quick and he's interested in some interesting things, although I believe none of what he says. Why don't you build right now? How much do I smoke a day? Do you mean weed? Weed I just smoke when I feel like it. Some days never, other days a lot. Cigarettes, sort of the same, but most days I have a few. Some days I have like fucking 50 or 100, I swear, like if it was a party, just chain smoked constantly. What's the error then? Okay. Cool. So that's just... This, you don't even know where we are in the thing, in the whole project here. But this chunk of code literally just blitz a texture to the screen, so for debug purposes. What got me into graphics programming? It was... I think I just saw a YouTube tutorial for like how to render some OpenGL shit, and I was like, what the fuck? People can learn this? I thought only gods could do this. Okay. We have 0. Size is 0. Well, didn't I push back into there? Ah, if you are empty. I know there's a function called empty, but I just went not size, which is the equivalent. Because that's where the cursor was. How many goo bags a day? Who are you? You seem to know a lot about Australian culture. You know what's interesting to me? It looks darker than before. It's darker and there's no blur. I hate that. That's definitely like half the size. I mean half the color. This should not be difficult. Height, width, texture A, texture B, 0, 1. What's different? To make your own engine, you just try. To do anything, you just try. If you want to write a song on piano, you just start doing something. And you iterate. Like my first engines were terrible. This one is also kind of bad. No, actually I really like this one. This is my first one that I feel I'm actually going to make the game in it. This is the one. And I know that from just failing so many times before. You want to fail quick and you want to learn from those mistakes. What's up with this list? I don't want to exceed the list and get into dangerous land. Let's just start again. Do you guys care if you hear these songs again? Sorry, we're doing it. So why the fuck is that not blurring and why is it half the size now? I feel like I have to keep apologizing, but I just want to do this right, and I want to just look at it and think. Yeah, the guns are so sick. Carlos made them all. Do we smoke every day? Yes, have done for like 15 years. Wasting time chatting. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, what I'm doing should take like 5 minutes. I just cannot remember how to stay on focus. Okay, so for some reason, yes, that's right, it is just not blurring. To be sure, I'll check I'm blitting that correctly. Whoops, I went way too far. This will be my slowest speed run ever. Okay, yes, you're reading the right FBO. Wait, that's not even the right thing. Here. Yes, yes, yes. Sorry, I just gotta figure this out. Well, I'm render docking it. It's the only way sometimes. Where are we gone? Was I big for so long? I hope not. Yeah, just like before, when I captured that frame, it was immediately apparent what the fuck the problem was. Why do I prefer... because I want to... The graphics are what matter to me, and every Unity game looks the same and like shit. Just setting up RenderDoc to run my program. And I say program. No one who uses Unity can call the game a program because they didn't do any actual programming, did they? Don't listen to me. I have a very hardline opinion that's like fuck Unity, fuck Unreal, because I like doing this shit. There's nothing wrong with using those programs. Just have fun getting good at programming that way. The same shimmer, yeah. It would be possible, like, to actually make your own looking game if you knew how to program shaders and do all that stuff. But you can't learn that really unless you take this route. I don't know. I feel like that's correct. They're different things. But see, you know what? Jokes on all those Unity Unreal motherfuckers when I actually finish this project and prove it can be done this way. Okay, so that's the glass pass. When does that happen? Okay, we're just right afterwards. This is the geometry pass. As you know, it renders out everything separately. Base color, normals, roughness, metallic, which happens in here. So now I'm looking for this. Which happens after the lighting pass. What the fuck? Why is it dark in there? Or is that just the light color? Am I just tripping? Inputs, no, that's the input, the correct thing. Then it outputs no blur and an incorrect... So that's the input image. Output image is just the same size, but darker. But darker. Yes, shut them down from the inside. Those onions are heavy, yes. And that's the thing. If every single bug I can just fix here. So, we know that in this pass, for some reason, it fucks up. Why though? The shader bound at this point in time is this vertex shader with one variable. The target width is 0. How did that happen? Oh, you know why? Because I never store this. Thank you, RenderDoc. It told me I'm not storing the width at any point. Or the height. Or can even spell those words. There we go. Yes, lovely shit. Thanks, RenderDoc. Just then what I saw was this value I thought I'd sent to the shader contains 0. I don't know how to pronounce your name, and I know this love heart's annoying. Someone in the... I'm from Tasmania, Australia, West Hobart, Corby Avenue. That's my address. You can look at back in previous streams and find where I order Uber Eats to. I've already doxed myself. And there we are. It's blurred. Trust me, it's blurred. So now I need to perform the horizontal blur. Or wait, the vertical blur. But to answer your question, sorry. Join the Discord, message me there. I want to get this speedrun complete in double time, because... Okay, so we're going to build the other, blur with the other shader vertically instead of horizontally. Now I need to bind some different shit. I need to fuck around with a different draw buffer, which is done like this. Okay, this one draws into color attachment 0. Because if you were paying attention, you'll know that you can't read and write from the same texture. And because I'm blurring horizontally and then vertically, that's the same texture. I need a sample one. Okay, that might just be it. It is. Except I need to read a different texture this time. I need to read the blur buffer. What a maze this is, really, if you think about it. Texture A. So draw into texture A, read from texture A, draw into texture B. And blit on screen that so we know it works. Done here. Rebuild. And say hello to the chat. Do I enjoy programming other than graphics? I do. I like fucking around with 2D grids, like pathfinding. I enjoy making the map editor, even though it's boring. I enjoy sometimes making websites. I enjoyed writing this bomb, that's JavaScript. I really can't tell, but I think that's working. Now it's time to downscale. Maybe I should downsize on the first one. Yep, I'm going to do that. It'll be easier to see what's happening as well. So, simply there. Whoops. Where does this buffer get created? Right here. We'll just times it by this. And that's fine. Yeah. But this is graphics programming, fucking around with textures and thinking about this kind of stuff. Thunderstorm. Pronounced Groza. Yeah, no, like, sorry, I know this isn't real programming, you can go deeper, and I'm not pretending to be the best, I know I'm quite shit, I just am determined. So great, we're seeing nothing, which is bad. Why did that only work when it was double the size? It made that smaller as well. I'm confused. Wait, hold on. What the fuck is happening? Just let me figure this out. Yeah, program for cash. Like, for someone else. And that's how I pay for all these models and shit. Why did you stop with the Vulkan version? That was a different game. I did that just to learn ray tracing. and I learned a lot about graphics programming on that project, and that's why this engine is so much better than my previous ones. From all the Vulkan experience. Okay, so why the fuck can't I do shit half size then? Why does it blit the thing smaller? I'm unclear about this. Okay, it must be because it just blits on screen at that size. I think the size it blits on screen is the size of the thing, which I don't want. I'd like it to be basically this. Destination. We're gonna get half the size of the image. Sorry, I know this makes no sense. I just am changing the size of the debug image because it's dependent on the size of the texture, but now my texture's half size, the debug thing's half size, and I want to see it more clearly. How am I importing the models? With tiny OBJ for the OBJ files, and a simp for the FBX. I tried writing my own simp importer, but I could not figure out the animation shit. It's a fucking maze in there. I have a job, yes. Go on my Discord, there's resources to learn all this shit. Is writing a game engine worth it? No. Well, it depends if you want to have fun or make a game. I don't know, you know the answer. Someone tell this motherfucker what we're doing here and why. Why is that even smaller now? That's right, because this is with my 4K window size. Fucking hell. So what if we just do this then? Sorry, I'm just after a debug thing in the corner that I can actually rely on looking at. This question better be a joke. Okay, there's my image, and for some reason we're getting some wacky shit. So it must be the texture size that we need in here. That's still a bit too small. What I think is happening is I'm just sampling the input image at the wrong dimensions. So this must have to be the input image size. I think. So let's just take a gamble and set it to the G buffer width. And just so I don't get confused, comment these out. That's a much better size. Things still wrong. Isn't the viewport wrong when rendering the light? Holy shit, you are 100% right, Daniel. You're 100% right. Well done, thank you. And that means I reckon I was correct. Or think about that and tell me the answer. 80s metal band. Fuck metal. Fuck the 80s. Well, this is what we want, isn't it? I can't thank you enough, Daniel. Why are you look so cool? I don't know. And I don't think I really do. I think I look stupid. But no one is really... I don't know what I'm trying to say. Just... We're here to code. It's not about anything else but that. Okay, lovely. Let's get very close to this light globe. I know what pixels look like, and I can tell you for a fact that that's working. I work as a software developer, yes. But only a little bit. Like, I'm very lazy. I should work way more. My boss wants me to do more stuff, and I'm like, I want to work my engine. I really like him, and I want to work more harder for him. And maybe on my grammar as well. So, we have done that. Now let's make a smaller target and just keep lowering progressively down. What about a for loop for this shit? How many? 4 of these? Is that excessive? It is, but we're gonna do it. Create 4 of these things, and what about you just make the size smaller each time? There's no reason that won't work, is there? That's what programming is. Thinking of little things like that. I reckon this should go here. That all looks good. So, that was correct. I just gotta fucking keep blurring my way down this hellhole. I could make a loop for this, but I can't quite figure it out. Do I have 1 monitor? That's no way to live. I can't have 2 monitors in here. I feel like a fucking nerd when my friends come over anyway. If I had 2 things in here, it'd just be too much. Viewer number 200. Hello man, whoever you are, or woman. Whoops, why am I big? So, I need to keep progressively blurring this thing. So, size 1. I mean size... First round, we'll call that. Second round. So that's gonna be... We're gonna read from the... What am I reading from? I want to read from the second render target. Wait, what the hell? I've got to bind a new FBO. Wait, this shit's relevant to here. Okay, number 1. I mean, yeah. Wow, lucky I have my brain on today. Like, if I was smoking weed, I think, and drinking like I was the other night, this would not... I wouldn't even be able to get through this. This is just some tedious shit. But I'm actually... It's quite relaxing. I'm very relaxed. Very relaxed. Okay, so you're all bound. I want to bind the texture. Whoa, texture B of blur buffer 0. Wow, what a maze! And draw into. That's right. Look, I gotta test this one thing at a time. So that looks good, except we want that. I'm beginning to think this is a funny way to go about it, but oh well. 1, okay. So if you just tuned in, what I have done is rendered out an image of the light bulb only to a separate texture. And now then I blurred it horizontally, then I blurred it vertically, now I'm downscaling that into an even small half-size texture to blur again. Keep blurring, and blurring. And it's going to create this beautiful little glow. A beautiful little glow that I'm just going to paste into the main image. Whoops. Why is that thing so small again though? I'm confused about my bleeding function. X1? What's X1? That's the source. I don't fucking know. God damn this shit. That's the destination. Is it? Source. G buffer. God damn it. I need a fucking function that just takes in this shit. Really. I need a better way to view shit. I'm just going to write this function here. Void blit debug texture. Basically, yeah. And it's going to take in an FBO. Yeah, I can't keep getting confused about this. Source width. Sorry, I hate writing helper functions on stream, but they need doing. This function simply blits the texture onto the screen. And this is the source width. Yeah, it's a straight mem copy of color data. Cool, and it's gonna bind the Interesting. I need to take, what's this? What even is this? It's just like a number. I don't know what type that is. I need super chats. You want to support the project? Hey 404 Studios, I checked out your subscriber count. You have like 1 billion. I have a Patreon that you can look at. Super chat. I could check out YouTube chat stream. Shut up, mate. That's confusing me. That's so sweet. Thank you, PW. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think Super Chat works in here. I do need to figure out a better workflow, but I'm just really in the middle of something right now. If the chat is important, someone tell me. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep working. You're learning a lot. Hopefully from this stream, but anywhere you're learning from is good. Yep, so right now I just want to be able to blit a texture into this corner reliably and not just have it change size all the time. Which is... get out of here. I wish I knew what kind of number this was. Why don't I know that? That's basic OpenGL knowledge. Well, what does this take in? That will tell me the answer. A GL enum. Lovely. I've never written a function that takes in one of these. Somehow. GL... I don't even know the caps of it. Color attachment. That's right, because I only ever... slot. No. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna... fucking for declare this. This is for declarations, which just means you declare it at the top of the file and then can call it anywhere. If you don't do that, you can't call it from above. Like if the function's here and your code's here, you can't call something below it because it hasn't seen it yet. I know that probably made no sense. Render frame, please take me there. There's no time to be scrolling like that. Okay. Now, I'd just like to blit this. I'd like to blit from that FBO, which is a frame buffer object. I'd like to read that color attachment, and I'd like to just take in its width and height. Now, hopefully that just blits that on screen lovely. Whoops. Yeah, I'm using JLFW. What's up, Holu31? Uh-oh. My cup of tea is empty. I am from Australia. It's big, and it's looking nice and blurred. I think it's all happening there. In fact, it's huge. That's not what I imagined. So let's take another look at this. I'm beginning to think that these need to be at least 0. Sorry, I'm fiddling around with this shit. Can I hot load that? Probably. But assuming that's all working well, I'm going to go back to the code that fucking does all that shit and do the next round, which is the vertical. So I want to read from there, run it into there, and it's that. I think that's right. So that's like half size or something. Huh. The models I commissioned, at least all the important ones like the door and the window and the weapons, other shit like the couch, or half are commissioned, half are stolen from the internet. Have I been in the deep web before? No, that's for criminals. Alright, that's looking like a nice blur, but we can go deeper, and we will. Wait, I wasn't even rendering the deeper one there, was I? As you recall, I'm ping-ponging, which means render into one texture, then the other, back and forth. Ping pong. The official terminology of the field. Come on, man. Looking beautiful. So now let's do the third round, which is simply just adding to all these. This is what we're here for. Simple new... Fuck, let's just go all the way. Fourth. That's all the blurring done. I have genuine excitement in my voice. I know this could be done in a loop, I'm just not doing it that way. And I'm going to blip this on the screen now with our new function, which is fblurBuffer3. Yep, that's it. Okay, what I'm expecting to see here is a very blurry like globe image. Most badass program. That is extremely kind. I code on a sofa. Fuck yeah, I do. Because this is about relaxing and being comfortable, not sitting in some like fucking electric chair. And we have nothing. But that's okay. Time to find out why. I'm sad about that. Did even the second one work then? I don't like hot loading. I'll give it a shot. Man, it's really hot in here. I kind of want to get completely naked. I will do a lot of things, but I will never get a second monitor. I'm sorry, that's just not something I'm prepared to do. Oh, we are looking good. Hold on, some weird shit's happening. It shouldn't be that large. It should be in the same spot. Like it should be in the... Well, see how it's centered there? It should be centered in the blur texture. So something's wrong. Let's just backtrack up way up the chain and check the first round then. Because I overlooked something there, clearly. Trim Jungle? I remember that dude. Is that Jared? Is that Jared? Hello. Wait, I promised to not dox my mates. Jared, if you just, I'll just call you J-Rod from now on. If you're just here, what I'm doing is getting a nice emissive blur. I don't know how long you've been here, but check out this ammo. Look at that. And these glass bullet holes. For those of you who are just new here, this is also a, that's right, split screen co-op deathmatch experience. They can't be shot yet. Okay, so what am I doing? Checking out this globe situation. So it's at least correct at that size. But then once what I'm doing here is just making sure the light globe's in the same position in the little debug texture. I don't use Linux because nothing works on Linux. I use Photoshop, I use Premiere, a bunch of shit like that, you know. Okay, so we know that one's working. Is the second blur buffer? I feel like no one knows what I'm doing. I'm just blurring a light globe progressively smaller. And that's correct as well, because the globe's in the same spot in the debug texture. So we get wrong in the second one, which is the third round. Yeah, man, I'm all about the split screen. Like, being 2024 or whatever, most games are pretty fucking boring, but some of the actual fun I do still have is playing split screen GoldenEye, or just LAN games with Trim Jungle. That is the shit, playing with your mates. That's what real fun is, hanging out on a couch. So that's why I'm making that. And this is when it's broken. So we need to go to the code that renders the third round into blur buffer texture 2. Which is all happening about here. That works, this fails, so why? I'm just going to copy all of this and assume I made a typo. 2, 2. Read from 1B. 2. 2, 2. Is that right? 1, 1, 1. 2, 2, 2. This is kind of shit send you crazy. The point of the bomb is because it's a speed run. I have 1 hour to do this, even though I already failed. I started the clock again. An FPS counter? No, I don't. But I can feel it in my bones when I'm going below 60 FPS. And it's still fucked. I know it's fucked because it's in the wrong position. And I don't understand why. Well, we'll comment this out. I know I'm not even doing that yet, but perhaps it... Perhaps that's just incorrect terminology? I don't know. Online hi, Daniel, you're God. You fucking legend. Yeah, so they're all 3s, or whatever, they're all n, but n minus 1 for this, because that's reading in the one before it. Daniel, you are fucking God, you are hired. I miss width index. Where? I'm still wrong. And you guys have the answer. Blur needs to use a loop, correct? How did he even notice that? I know, that's insane. I miss width index. Where? Why is that still wrong? Can anyone see it? This is up to me, isn't it? This is my fucking problem. Well, let's get rid of this. One thing at a time. It's staring me in the face. Read from that one. Yes, make that viewport. I mean, bind that FBO, set it to its size. Read from the previous one. I've changed it already, but why didn't it work? It's still wrong, look at that. The like when the like orb is in the center of the main image, it should be in the center of the debug image, but it's not. And I know my code works, kind of, because it works if we render out. I know I've done this already. I need to confirm it for my own sanity. Thanks so much, PW. On what line? It does have to sample the previous blur buffer, and if no one knows what these fucking are, there's just render targets. Each one gets progressively smaller by half size. See, look at that. Right now it's in the middle, and that's where it belongs. It's in the middle of the main texture and the middle of the debug texture. But for some reason, this is basic, I should be able to figure this out. For some reason, when I output the seconds one, hold on, sorry, 2, it doesn't work. I'm just going to build it again and look at it, and also now look at the code. It's happening here. It's something here. But what's fucking confusing is that this works and it's identical. This works, this doesn't. So it's exactly off by half. That belongs, I think that belongs in the middle. Yeah, it's off by half. So it's like, what do you reckon, render doc? Color attachment isn't used by the blit debug texture. That's pretty fucking relevant, I think. Interesting. That was a bug, but it wasn't really the... That just meant I was seeing only the horizontal blur, not the vertical as well. But unfortunately, that's not the problem here. Some global state didn't get reset. I don't know if that's the case. Maybe the texture sizes aren't created properly, but that's what gets created. I mean, this loop just creates these and they get smaller each time. There's no reason that wouldn't work. Unless I'm thinking, no, this is fine. I'm like overheating in this jacket. That's just double. Why are you double? Maybe this is not the image you're drawing into, it's the one you're sampling from. Let me just check this shader. I think this could even be the source, not the destination. But it's weird to me that that works for the other ones. Look, we got on RenderDoc. RenderDoc knows the answers to everything. RenderDoc it is. And because we're doing a RenderDoc capture, I'm going to uncomment this. There might be some clues in here. For those of you just getting here, RenderDoc lets you capture a frame and scrutinize over its contents. Yeah, just to rule out my debug thing being fucked, I'm gonna RenderDoc this. Okay, that's very weird. Capture. Song name, it's stream safe to playlist. I gotta close this because for some reason it's like a gigabyte. I guess it's all the textures, they're quite high resolution. 1 AM. Okay. If I was correct, I think it happens around here somewhere. Nope. That's the glass pass. Does that happen after? It happens just after. Whoop, there's one of them. Okay. Let's watch them all go. This is going to be quite exciting, everybody. What's up, Mark? Okay. So, we take in... Where is it? Apparently it's here. Right, it all starts with this image. It's the light globe. Then first, the horizontal blur. Is that correct? Sorry. First, yeah, horizontal blur. Next, vertical blur. Then downscale again, downscale again. It is working. My fucking debug thing just broken. Okay, it's working. How much time is left? 9 minutes. Fucking got this. I just gotta bind these textures and add them somewhere. It's working. It's all working. My debug function just is a fucking sleeper agent. Now you know where I'm gonna do it? In the glass pass, there's some glass composite shade. I'm just gonna add it in there. Because this is a speed run. And what do I want? All of it? I guess. Texture slot 2. Blur buffers 0. We'll take texture B, that's the final. It contains horizontal and vertical. We'll take all of these. One, two, three. Alright, just going to close this RenderDoc frame because it's very large. Now if all goes to plan, I can just edit the shader live. For a living, for cash living, I program. Too few arguments for which function? That's not true. Undeclared identifier. Ah, that's because I declared you. This is what I'm talking about. You gotta forward declare your shit, or at least just declare it above. Yep, you're going to the top. Don't judge me. Yep. So we'll assume shit's good and go to the glass composite shader. What's it called? Yeah. Glass composite. It now has all this shit. Get rid of that debug thing though, we can't have that in there. It's... Where's the renderer? Uh-oh, everyone go to... Whoops, you were just open. Blur buffers. Wait, no, it's in render frame. Sorry, I'm ignoring the chat. I just want to get this speed run. 6 minutes. Fire off the build. Go to the glass composite shader. Why is there so much junk open? Whoops. Okay. Just in time. Great to be here. What's up, Ashan? Where are the sweatpants from? These? That's a story for another time. Okay, just to check shit works. Wait, we need to fucking read this. Uh-oh. Do the texture coordinates match these things? I'm not sure. They do, yes. Blur 0. I just like to see if this is even working. Ha ha ha! Okay, what am I gonna do? Fucking add them all? Vec3 bulb. Wait, emissive. Is that how you spell it? Equals a vec3 0. And I'm just gonna add it. Go to hell. Keep that. I'm gonna add them all. And let's have a look at what we're actually getting. Oh, it's very bright. Look at that. That's the shit. Holy smokes. I think it's too bright. I've got to divide by 4, right? Because we've added up quite bright there. That did nothing. Because I wrote that. Well, that's wrong. It looks great like this. So that's just how it's gonna go. Sick. Now just add that to the fucking image. Four minutes, and if once I hot load, it's gonna be done. Ready? Ho ho! Wow, holy shit. Yes. Yes. Let's look at the red one. That guy's in the way. It is working, you just can't notice it. Anyway, this cunt needs to just get out of here. Sorry, I'm getting confused. But yeah, that was it. That was the task. Now I get to roll my joint and smoke it to the bomb. You want to give that lamp a smooch? I'm gonna just leave this up for us to look at. Except now I can't read the chat. Why is that? Okay, I gotta reload. What the hell is happening? Yeah. Have I done the glass yet? Yeah, I have. What's up, Hassan? Okay, so I'm just gonna put this here so I can see the chat. Sorry. Let's get a pretty picture. I don't know what the view is. Maybe that. $50. Trim jungle. That's extremely generous. Holy fucking shit. I can quit my day job. Let's celebrate their first super on live stream. You bought... Hold on. Real-time rendering, got drunk in Christmas and threw up on the book. Fuck yeah. I love that book. Have I read it? No, but it looks cool on my fucking mantelpiece. What was special about today's stream is I didn't drink anything, I didn't smoke anything. And because good things come to those who wait, sometimes. On some days you can just take what you want, but not today. I didn't deserve it. Congrats on the super chat. In the big leagues now. Thanks everyone for watching. I know this wasn't the most exciting stream. I just fucked around with some random shit, but maybe you learn a bit about OpenGL and how to create such a strange effect like that blur. Am I an engine programmer on my daily job? Somewhat. I'm not working on a game engine, but I have written the renderer for something. If you really want to find out what my job is, you probably could, but I'm trying to keep my personal life a bit separate now, but I have such a ridiculous view count somehow. Competitive programming, nah. Let me just get a chill song. Something, well, that's bright. Something chill like this track. Yeah. Cheers, COD. Let me just catch up today with the chat. Do I avoid abstraction on my daily job? Kind of. It's sort of I'm trying to adhere to the main developer's style there. I'm just sort of copying what he does, and he doesn't really abstract much. Oh, he does. He uses entity. Anyway, I was going to answer something. Competitive programming. Yeah. Only thing I've ever done is Ludum Dare, and I streamed that whole thing. Hold up. Fuck yeah. That took me 2 hours instead of 1, but I'm still happy I got there. Okay. Have your lights burned through the couch yet? That's a reference to the Christmas stream. No, I don't think it was them actually burning. How do you think someone should start learning to code? Just find a website that teaches you a language, pick something badass like C++, and just work through it from the beginning. You work through from the beginning, and then you just do that a few times. Loop the beginner learning process. Then you pick a project like a calculator or a fucking game engine and just go nuts. Let's look at this bulb some more. So that's what we have. To create this bulb, what is happening is first an image is rendered out of just the bulb. Just the silhouette of the bulb, and then that gets progressively blurred horizontally and vertically 4 times, and then the image is just chucked on top. I feel like it looks weird through the glass though. No, that still looks correct. How many lights can we get on the screen at once? Just 2. Anyway, I think that looks fucking gangster. My honest opinion on C# is that it would have to run slower than C++. You cannot convince me that it just gets compiled at the last second into something fast. No way. And also learning C#, you don't learn as deep as you do if you learn C++, which means you just aren't as good at writing efficient code because you're not deep enough. That could be a wrong opinion, but that's what I believe. Am I doing any ray tracing? Yeah, kind of. Well, okay, so this is the direct light. I'm ray tracing to create this extra light that comes on here. And what I'm ray tracing is these points, right? Each point is lit. See this one? It gets... Wait, am I big? Good. If this point has line of sight to a light source, it gets the light. It's got the blur, look at it. Anyway, it gets lit from there, right? So that lights the... I'm direct lighting the point cloud by ray casting. Then each point lights this probe grid. And essentially, these probes simulate secondary bounce lighting. So that light source hits the point on the ground, and then that point lights all these... It gets a bit of red. Whoops. Which is why there's red here. It's very subtle, but it is there. If you could see that door close. Yeah. Red is hitting there. So it's not... I'm not ray tracing the image, I'm just doing some ray tracing myself in custom compute shaders to fucking basically path trace a point cloud into a 3D texture. It's lit. Huge shout out to Trim Jungle for that epic contribution, and Carlos for the models, and FNU X-Ray for the animations, and Daniel for pointing out a bunch of those bugs of mine. What's up, Mark? Shout out to you too, man. I'm almost done with this joint. So I'm actually just going to call this stream. It's been really fun talking. Thanks for watching and hanging out. I'm going to just blow myself up. We need a good song for that. This one? No, this one. The bomb should be 0 minutes, 20 seconds. Refresh the cache. I'm doing work, bro. Thanks, man. Yeah, if you want to chat, join the Discord. If you want to learn shit, join the Discord. I don't really want my Discord to be flooded with any more people. I like who we have, but if you want to learn, go there and ask questions.
Okay, let's go.
Thank you, HK Labs. Python may be good for a newbie, depends what you want to learn. Here we go.